what is happening with WWE 2K24 right now? Because there's been lots of decisions and lots of things that have happened within the game itself that is kind of alienating a lot of players, myself included. I am someone who got the deluxe digital edition so I could get all of the DLC packs, all of the characters unlocked right off from the jump, all the arenas and stuff like that. Very cool stuff. I was one of the first early adopters of this game, and I put a lot of money into this game. Now, gameplay wise, we're still not at the level of something like a SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain sort of arcade style or the more realistic style of the N64 wrestling games, but I feel like since the resurgence after the debacle of WWE 2K20, things have been going very, very well for this series, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time with WWE 2K24. Is it perfect? No, but no game is really perfect nowadays, and I think they did a solid enough job initially, because now there's all these problems that have been arising with this game, whether it's from people saying certain things to alienate the fan base, whether it's problems with the game itself, whether it's issues with save data. And now I'm kind of wondering, are we slipping back into the era of doom with WWE 2K19 and 20 style games? Because good Lord, I don't understand what's going on here. So first and foremost, this is something that just annoys the hell out of me, okay? And I get it, it's always been there, but it still needs to be addressed, in my opinion, because, you know, people just can't just accept it. This MyFaction nonsense. Now, look, I am not DSP. I'm not spending virtual currency that you have to put actual money into to buy cards and stuff. I don't care about MyFaction. And the fact that every single time I start this damn game up, I am forced to look at the MyFaction stuff. Sometimes I just press A to kind of hurry things along, but that's the least of my problems, honestly. That's just something that, you know, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Here is where things get a bit more problematic. I actually made a tweet about this the other day. Here are my created wrestlers that I have downloaded through the online creations of the game. Now, they have improved upon things like that, of course, now allowing you a larger limit of how many characters you could download a day. There was one point in time where you were like on a strict limit. I think it was like 20 a day or something like that, which was absolutely ridiculous. Now, obviously, I kind of have a theme going on here, and I'm sure you'll see it to some degree. You know, classic WWF era, some Japanese legends and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, but where's like the WCW? Where's the ECW stuff? Well, I had all that downloaded. I had a large roster of shows, characters, WCW. I had probably 50 WCW guys. I had probably 30 ECW guys. I probably had 40 classic WWF guys. But one of these updates that came along just completely wiped out all of my downloaded characters. And do you know how annoying that is? Like, yes, it doesn't take, you know, hours to download people, but you have to search for them and you have to download them, and then you got to search for the next thing, because God forbid you say the term WWF in a WWE game. So I don't understand what happened to all of my characters, why all of my characters disappeared, why all of my arenas and my shows disappeared. It's very frustrating to turn on the game and have everything completely wiped for some reason. And I don't know what caused it, but I do know that other people are having this issue. But that's fine. You know, we got some cool characters here. You know, Hercules is cool. We got Power and Glory. Like, who doesn't love Power and Glory? So let's check out Hercules, okay? Let's check out the downloaded Hercules here. Now, I'm going to show you under Community Creations and the downloads, the Hercules that I decided to download. And that plays a role. That's going to play a very important role in what I'm going to show you. So let's go down to our hashtags. That's my did I do it? Do I have a hashtag for it? I did WWF. Okay, whatever. Let's do Hercules. I wish there was like a voice way you could do it. That would be kind of cool. Save some time. Go to the most downloaded section here and see our variety of Hercules characters. Now, this is the Hercules that I downloaded. Very nice. looks like Hercules. You got, a shorter hair Hercules. You got the white Power and Glory shirt with the chains around the neck. You got a longer haired Hercules, black Power and Glory shirt. Looks great. I've already downloaded this. As you can see, this is the character that I have. So let's go ahead and do a little matcharoony here because I want to see some Hercules. Who doesn't want to see some Hercules? So we'll go to a custom arena, Superstars of Wrestling. Oh, that brings back some great memories here. And let's check out, I don't know. Well, you know what? Let's do Shawn Michaels, rocker era Shawn Michaels. That's always a classic here. And we will go against our Hercules here. You see what I'm getting at here? Something is going to happen. Something very annoying is going to happen. And you know what? It might actually happen with Shawn Michaels because this was a very, very recent download that I did for this character. But we will have to wait and see. Very nice. Look at this. You got the classic sort of arena going on here with the blue superstars. Man, my childhood. All right, Shawn Michaels. Look at young Shawn Michaels. He's looking great. He's looking awesome here. And now he's going up against big bodybuilder Hercules. This is setting up for a feud between the Rockers and Power and Glory. Big money feud. I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to do numbers. Where the hell is Hercules' hair? Half of the people that you download now do not have hair, even though you clearly saw the different variations of hair. I don't understand it. And created wrestlers now just sometimes they're bald. And it doesn't work. That doesn't work for me, brother. This looks like Rusev. This is not Hercules. Why is this happening? Why are you limiting my enjoyment of a classic era of W? Like, it makes me not want to download additional things because you got to wonder, well, is this one going to have the glitch? Is it only certain creator wrestlers? Because you see the Shawn Michaels is fine. I haven't checked the Shawn Michaels because I just downloaded it earlier today. But the Hercules, I did check because I was doing a Power and Glory against Demolition match. And lo and behold, here comes bald-ass Hercules. But this might honestly be the most kind of egregious thing when it comes to it because there is a new DLC pack coming out that involves WWE announcer Pat McAfee. Now, I have no problems with Pat McAfee. He is a part of the product as a announcer for the WWE shows. He does pay-per-views, he does live events and all sorts of stuff. I get that. It makes sense to have him in the game. However, it doesn't really make sense to have all of his cronies in the game from the Pat McAfee show, as the Pat McAfee show is not a product of WWE. So the new DLC that is coming out is the Pat McAfee show DLC. Meaning that it's Pat McAfee, and instead of professional wrestlers, people have given their bodies to this industry, legends who could probably use a paycheck, it's going to people on this show. And instead of understanding that, instead of, realizing why that is an actual concern that people have, especially early adopters like me, who have all of the DLC packs and expected it to be wrestlers, they call people losers and marks, and there's a lot of people saying this is the worst decision of all time. And like they talk about it on the show, and they just bury people who are like not happy with it. Like people are saying that it's going to be the worst DLC pack ever. It probably is. Like, if you don't understand why, people are not happy with this, it's very clear to see. People said that losers and marks, Schmidt, who's co-host Ty Schmidt, losers and marks in the internet wrestling community aren't happy. I mean, even throwing you into it, they don't love that you're in it either. But it's a little bit more sensical. Pat McAfee has wrestled before. Have any of these other people? No, they haven't. So what is 2K doing? Why is this a thing? You could easily put Pat McAfee. You know what you could have done? You could have put Pat McAfee along with 4 legends that aren't in the game that maybe he grew up watching or he was a fan of. And then boom, you're giving legends a paycheck for putting their bodies on the line and really their lives on the line for your product. And you're also entertaining people with having a greater variety of characters in the game. And you still get Pat McAfee in the game. I have no problem with Pat McAfee whatsoever being in the game, but his cronies being in the game and then his cronies trying to talk down down to people who are like, hey, this is kind of dumb. All of these little things, the new glitches that pop up in the game for absolutely no reason, the wiping of the DLC character or the downloadable characters that I've downloaded off of community creations, some people being bald for no reason. Like, did I get the Spawn Wave edition? Like, he's not quite that Hercules level yet, but he's getting there. All of these things combined are just kind of souring me on this game now. Like, I don't know if the person I'm going to download is going to work right. Is he going to actually look like he's supposed to, or she's supposed to, or is it going to be some bald, weird thing? Like, I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. I think one of the biggest things, though, was just wiping out all of my characters. Like, I didn't like that. And, you know, if 2K is going back to their BS, like, I'm going back to the N64. Like, I probably play the N64 games more than I play the modern ones, especially all these cool ROM hacks. But this game had a lot of promise. There's a lot of great things in it. And to see more and more things creep up to impact the way that this game plays or the way that you enjoy the game is definitely a bit concerning. So let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about all of this? Am I making too much out of it? Because I really don't think I am. Like, these are obviously major problems that haven't been addressed or haven't been acknowledged by the WWE 2K team. They delayed the Pat McAfee DLC a week. For some reason, it was already supposed to be out, but then they delayed it a week. Like, what's going on over there? What are we doing? Do we need to take another break? Because if you do, that's fine. People will understand. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.